Last year I did a ranking of the Spider-Man movies before Far From Home came out. So then we are in quarantine still, so I decided to rewatch all of the Spider-Man movies from the Sam Raimi trilogy, the Mark Webb movies, the newer ones, and including Into the Spider-Verse. I didn't rewatch Venom. I don't know why. Probably because maybe it's a little weird, but yeah. But here is going to be my updated ranking list. But keep in mind, I'm going to be doing some unpopular opinions on this one. So keep in mind, if one of them is your favorite and if it's on the higher or low, please respect that. And it's my list, okay? So if you don't agree with this list, that's totally fine. I mean, we're all here to have fun and just showing our appreciation for Spider-Man since his birthday is going to be coming up in August 10th. So I decided why not do it right now. So without further ado, why don't we start with this list, shall we? Coming at number 8, it's going to be a really unpopular opinion, but I'm going to have to go for it, guys. So this is going to be one that I really going to get so much hate for this one, but number 8 is going to be SpiderMan Homecoming. Don't get me wrong, though. I love this movie. I really do enjoy it. There's some things I really liked about this movie. The Vulture is great. Michael Keaton gives a good performance. Tom Holland as Spider-Man, he did a good job. Including the suit, it was pretty cool. Even giving Jennifer Coolidge the part of the suit thing for him, also known as Karen, or suit lady, whatever he wants to call it. But I really did enjoy that, and some of the humor was pretty great. But unfortunately, due to the comedy, and I had to give this movie multiple rewatches, and it just didn't work for me, to be honest. And I'm saying that as a Spider-Man fan myself, who grew up with Spider-Man with the comic books, the movies, the shows, or any of the stuff, but I really did not enjoy this movie. I mean, I just couldn't. I tried to. But do I think this is a bad Marvel movie? No. Is it an overrated movie? Yes, pretty much. And that's just my take. I mean, maybe there's some people who didn't like Spider-Man Homecoming, and I'm one of those people who didn't like it as much. But that's just me. Coming at number 7, now you guys are going to be surprised that I put this over Spider-Man Homecoming, but that's going to be The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I could say that I really did enjoy some of Amazing Spider-Man 2 more than Homecoming. Like, for example, Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone have good chemistry being both Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy, which I really did enjoy. The visuals are pretty nice, especially the way how they did Electro, which was pretty dang fascinating to see how they did this film. And another thing I want to say that I really did enjoy about the movie is some of the action scenes were pretty good. I mean, despite of it not having so much action scenes, I really did enjoy the part of this film. But due to the fact that part of it I didn't like is the plot holes they had so much, a lot of to focus on, too many villains, and some of it just kind of made the experience a little bit more me going back and forth, like a tennis match, like seeing the people just going bong, 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 bong. That's how I feel. But will I rewatch Amazing Spider-Man 2 anytime soon? Well, maybe, but I did enjoy rewatching it again just to, make fun of it. Coming at number 6, this is going to be another take, but it's going to be Spider-Man 3, to be honest. I was wondering why people would really love Spider-Man 3. Now, I had to study this film multiple times during this quarantine to see what issues it had, which is, to be honest, I took multiple notes on why I had to, take the notes to see what the problems with Spider-Man 3 is. So let me show you some of them. Some of the ones I had to give, like the setting of both the characters they wanted to do. They wanted to do a lot. A lot of it, the negatives were they just had to, do a lot of plot holes, just like what they did with The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Too many villains to focus on. The storyline, they try to do it. Sam Raimi wanted to do his own version, like putting Sandman in it. But unfortunately, due to the producers and Sony try to force them, so bad move. But there are some positive things I could say about this. The acting stuff is pretty great. The action is pretty amazing. The score, even though it's not Danny Elfman, it's pretty good. And the other thing I could say about this film that really does give me a positive note is there is shockingly some emotional moments. No kidding. I rewatched this movie and I had some emotional moments in this film because mainly since I grew up loving the Sam Raimi trilogy more, maybe that's why. But for the rest, Yeah, I think that's pretty much it with the notes. These are just blank, to be honest. I mean, I think that's what I have to say with Spider-Man 3. Is pretty much a mixed bag, to be called. That's what we're calling it. Spider-Man 3 mixed. Coming at number 5 is going to be the most unpopular opinion, but pretty much the best one of the reboot. The Amazing Spider-Man 1. Amazing Spider-Man 1 is one. So let me tell you a little story. When I heard the announcement back in 2011 or 12, when they were saying that they were going to reboot Spider-Man and not do a Spider-Man 4, which, to be honest, I really wanted to see what Spider-Man 4 was going to be about. But I was giving full hate on this one because I was not looking forward to it. I did not know why would they want to reboot something that I really want to see a continuation of the older trilogy. But now when looking back at this, I took it all back, you know, what I said. I really did enjoy this one. I mean, a really decent reboot that gives a new direction for Spider-Man, giving a thrilling tone. Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, like I said in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, they really do have a good chemistry. And a lot of it just did really good. The only negative things I could say is that some of the stuff they could have done with the story would be better. The suit, I don't like the design of the suit. It kind of looks like a basketball. The other thing I could say that I did not like is the way how Uncle Ben delivered the responsibility thing. It didn't work for me, to be honest. Every time I watch it, I just cringe. I mean, it just didn't work for me. But with all that said and done, I mean, Amazing Spider-Man 1, it wasn't not that bad. And I really did enjoy this movie. I mean, not much people really remember this one, but I'm one of those people who actually love this. And I do have so many copies of this film because of how great this one was. I mean, who knows? And I'm one of those people who would say that I even like Amazing Spider-Man 1 more than Homecoming to be. Coming at number 4 is going to be one movie that I really did enjoy, and they improved more on this one more than Homecoming, and that's going to be Spider-Man Far From Home. This was a perfect continuation because you just ended really well with Avengers Endgame, and then you're continuing that aftermath with Spider-Man Far From Home. What I really liked about Spider-Man Far From Home is that you took it to a new direction. Besides from them going to New York, they're going to cross Europe, which I really did like. I mean, we're going to take a break from New York for once in a while. And the action scenes are pretty great, including some of the visuals are really breathtakingly good. I keep forgetting which part was in the movie that I really did enjoy, but the moment with Mysterio, that was amazing to see. And Jake Gyllenhaal just killed it with this film. And do I have any negative things about to say about Far From Home? Yes, I think there's some parts of it that I did not like, but overall, this movie just did something so grand, and I really did enjoy this movie no matter what. And yeah, definitely cannot wait to see what Spider-Man 3 is going to be about, because that cliffhanger ending is going to be something really good for Spider-Man 3. Coming at number 3 is going to be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I love this movie. It's such a big surprise for me. Back in 2018, many people were saying this was not going to be good until it came out. It surprised us all. A great character build-up for Miles Morales. A great story, great animation, great characters, great soundtrack. Everything about this movie was a big surprise for us. It came around the time of Christmas, so this was a early Christmas gift for everyone. I don't have to say anything negative because this is a pure movie and it's a masterpiece. Definitely the top 3 best Spider-Man movies of all time. Cannot wait to see what Spider-Man 2 is going to be. We're in the top 2 now, and these are the ones that really hit me hard. And every time when I watch these movies, they just mean a lot to me since I grew up watching these movies when I was a kid. Coming in number 2 is going to be the original Spider-Man movie. Say what you want about this one. It is one of the best introductions to Spider-Man in any movie. Sam Raimi is such a great director. He's done so grand with some of the horror films he's done. And what he did with Spider-Man is just so unique. It's nostalgic. It's memorable. It's cheesy. It's laugh out loud funny, some stuff. And everything about this movie is just so grand. William Dafoe as the Green Goblin. I love the way how he is in this movie. Everything what this movie has done, some of the stuff is just so memorable. And I just cannot stop thinking about how great this movie is and all the memories I had when watching this movie when I was about like 3 or 4 years old when I watched it. It's so grand. And coming at number 1, of course, it's going to be Spider-Man 2. You could say a lot when it comes to this movie. Before The Dark Knight Rises came out, before Dark Knight came out, this was the movie that many people loved. Truly was the best comic book movie, the best comic book sequel, and the best superhero movie in a while. I mean, personally for me, I had so many debates of what was my favorite comic book movie of all time. I mean, I used to say it was Logan or even some of the Marvel movies, but Spider-Man 2, it's always been there for me. Whenever I'm feeling down or anything, this movie always managed to cheer me up. It's everything what you can expect from a sequel. Everything is so. And that was my ranking on the Spider-Man movies. Comment down, let me know what's your favorite and least favorite Spider-Man movie. Let's have some fun and see what your guys' favorite Spider-Man movie is. And as always, comment, subscribe, and like this video if you want to see more rankings and other things. And always, stay tuned for more.